But without further ado, let's hop into another one here and see how it all goes down. I feel like I need to stop buying beetles. I buy beetles and ladybugs too much. I'm out of control. Yet here we are. Okay, never mind. Greatest move I ever made in my life. Okay. Offensive, smooth, glycerine, fingers, muffins, bagpipes. Some smooth bagpipes. That's right. Step aside, saxophone. Bagpipes are where it's at now. I'm trying to remember. Dang it. I lost it. The timing of the joke just isn't there anymore. What's oh, it's Careless Whisper. In my head, I was just like, George Michael. It's George Michael's song. Everyone knows George Michael's song. But the newest Careless Whisper just dropped. Little did you know, it features bagpipes as the sex appeal, rather than the good old saxophone. But okay, decent squad in terms of chances to win immediately, and we can combine these mosquitoes right away on round 3. That seems nice. Well, at the very least, give it a shot and see if it holds any water. Please kill the ant. You have such good... Can you do anything right? I have a veritable army of mosquitoes, and this is what you've brought to us today? Pathetic. Okay, but more mosquitoes showing up in the shop. Don't mind if I do. Some early food strats, eh? Get a gold bunny pal. I like it, I like it. Question becomes, who gets fed? Most likely our mosquito. Oh my gosh, now all the green beetles show up. It's a reunion tour or something with all these beetles around. Let's go with the apple though. Start taking advantage of this rabbit as soon as possible here. Come on, mosquitoes. Oh, okay, thank you. Thank you for actually sniping effectively there. You absolutely love to see it. I'll take a draw. I'm very happy with that. They had actual units and stuff on that team. What was the update? It wasn't huge. Oh my gosh, can I remember off the top of my head? Oh, they added stats. Yeah, I think it tracks your victories now. Your like previous wins are your previous 10 wins are saved, so you can like see what setup you had, I guess. Again, brain is not working very well in terms of actually trying to reach out and pick out the words that I'm going for. But yeah, it keeps track of your previous 10 wins, and I believe you can watch replays of your final battles for any of your recent plays here. I'll have to see. Tracking stats? What's the point when you're rocking 100% win rate like us? Right? Well, and unfortunately, you know, they just started tracking now, so it doesn't work retroactively because the first time we ever lost was today on stream. I mean, it's just, what can you say? It's unfortunate timing because until then, yeah, we were killing it. And the world will never know. Such a sad fact. Such a sad state of life here. The world will never know the truth of our brilliance, our greatness, really. But let's hope that we can actually put some wins in the stat tracker here because so far this evening has not been great. And again, it's probably so confusing for anyone who doesn't watch me very often how much I oscillate between self-deprecating and self-aggrandizing. What does this man even believe in, you may be asking yourself. And not much. Not much. But okie dokie. Let's combine our green beetle friends. This team is kind of working out in this interim period, but I feel the steep drop is coming up here. It's just on the other side. So maybe a chick keeps us going for a wee bit here. Is second chick a crazy idea or brilliant? Because we could combine our mosquitoes, bring a second chick in behind, like, the rabbit, for example. They called me crazy. And they were right, because this is absolutely absurd, but we're doing it. Level 3 chick dream. The level 3 chick is so interesting to me. I just don't understand. I guess it kind of like grows with you throughout the game because the +5/+5 of the level 1 chick is really great early. Like that will win you games far and above. I mean, here it pretty much did. We didn't even get to our second chick. Brilliant. Level 2, as you continue to progress, that +5/+5, it's not as useful. So if you can instead get permanent scaling, isn't that awesome? Start getting those. It's like a poor person's monkey is one way to think of it. But then it gets a little bit weird at level 3 chicks starting to add levels to everything. I mean, it gets you a fully level 3 squad. If you had like a sniper build, skunk build, snake, any of these, I guess, really benefit off those level ups, at least getting those consistent level ups. But it's a little strange, isn't it? Especially since you end up guaranteed going to sell it at that point. At level 2 hatching chick, you can keep entire games because you can just keep scaling different units. Level 3 is a little bit of a weird one. I'm not quite sure where it lands or where it sits for me in particular. I do kind of want a turtle though. Okay, maybe we give up on this double chick fantasy and we can instead just throw a turtle in front of our mosquito. Still have 2 support units. It's essentially the same thing, only our mosquito actually is so much better than our rabbit. So actually, when I put it that way, even for thinking about it that direction for a moment, this is most likely the better strategy moving forward. Do I want to pill my turtle or keep it around long term? It lets us pivot into a microbe build. We're already too late for Caterpillar, especially since I just skipped past one in the shop without even thinking about it. Maybe we'll freeze the pill for 1 turn. Even though we spent the extra money there, we still might pill this turtle immediately. We'll see how it goes. I mean, this is a tough one. We do win because our mosquito survived that hit. I think we win. Okay, I was worried I spoke a little too soon there. I wasn't following my own advice of holding back on explicitly guessing the outcome until the outcome was already abundantly obvious. Yet here we are. Ooh, permanent scaling on the chick instead? I mean, it's about the right time for it, eh? 3, 3, 1. Oh, I have a lot of level 3s and a lot, or tier 3s and a lot of tier 1s. So Poodle, not quite. Not quite there. I mean, selling the rabbit for the Poodle probably is worth it short term. Levels up the chick. And now I've thrown in the air again whether Poodle acts on proximity or attack precedent because I feel like it's gone both ways and the game is just trolling me and it doesn't actually have any consistent rules and it's all a fantasy. Or microbe. The weakness, I guess, is mostly just an equipment destroyer. That's more fun than Poodle, though, you know? Let's do it. Yes, yes, indeed. Evil scientist lady, I concur. Because in general, the 3 damage isn't going to do a whole lot. With like a summons build where you have lots of tiny weenies that are hitting multiple times, that's great. But in this squad, I guess it's more of just like an equipment override, as it were. Which didn't work out well for us there, but I swear, one of these days in the future, we're going to see it operate, firing on all cylinders. Does mean we have to keep the turtle around. The beetle's no longer getting the bee effect. We could bring a poodle in. Then the whole squad gets... Oh no, turtle is still left in the lurch. Almost the whole squad gets bonuses. I don't believe in anything anymore. I'm all over the place and it's absolutely wild. Don't know how I feel about that. Unfreeze the pill. We don't need you anymore. Dang it, Snail. Why couldn't you have been here a moment earlier? We just filled your spot, bud. Oh, me oh my. know what? We're rolling deep. Just throw good money after bad. Bison is really close to working out. Smart thing would probably be to sell the microbe. Invest in Bison future. But we don't believe in doing the smart thing here. Sometimes you gotta just not even get weird or wild, but just actively do stupid stuff. That seems to be up my alley, very much on brand. Okay, I don't think the weakness does a whole lot for us here. I didn't quite scan for equipment beforehand, but no, okay. Confirmation. Hits you right in the chest. I'll take it. Leveling you up does nothing for me, unfortunately. I need to level up this turtle is what I need. Also, I need a squad that doesn't have just one unit, who's not even that good, honestly. That might be nice. That might be important for our continued success into the future. I mean, chocolate is great, don't get me wrong. Slightly too late. Okay, cow. Cow's another one of those animals that I just love too much. Swans and cows, I buy indiscriminately, even if it doesn't really make sense. So why stop today? We're not going to be leveling up the chick further, I don't think, though. In fact, chick might be replaced with cow. Chocolate turtle? Chocolate turtle. Let's do it. Trying to think if boar has a place on this team. It's not horrible. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't think about it so hard, because for all I know, this team is about to die. It'd be justified, at least. You know what we're up against. Oh, maybe not. This is actually doable. They have a Bison in reserve. This is like a me team right here. Very much a me team. Except stronger, of course. Dang it. Oh, I thought the hold the Bison strat was going to work in our favor, but the level 1 chick just absolutely kicking our butt there, unfortunately. Oh man, we're all over the place, but hey, it almost worked out. We almost got there. Even with our strange grasp of attention today, just hopping all over the place from tangent to tangent in terms of overall game strategy, but hey, it is what it is. And I'm having fun. I hope it's fun to watch as well. Never can quite guarantee that. And turns out that this game is going to be much like every other one before. Ladybug Beetle, why the heck not? Subtle, blatant, rude. I'd love having subtle and blatant in the same selection pool, but Dust Bunnies, Tugboat, Fishes. Let's go. Some blatant Dust Bunnies just sitting right out there on the floor, just in sight. That joke didn't quite land as well as I thought it would. It's funny when sometimes I trust in my brain to come up with some kind of like clever tie-in, but sometimes my brain just leaves me hanging on the lurch. Swap to your phone sounds good. You didn't miss much, just embarrassment. Wasn't great, but here we are now, moving forward with life, feeling great, feeling fantastic. Don't see how it could possibly go wrong. You know what, not mosquito, let's go ant to potentially guarantee a slightly better chance at a level up next round. In fact, I should have fed my beetle first. One of these days I'll remember proper ordering. 1 health on the ant at least isn't like the biggest of deals necessarily, but okay, I was about to say I wouldn't be surprised if it ended up being the difference between life or death here, but no, it ended up being fairly safe in regards to us, I guess. My brain does not function. I mean, my brain doesn't function most days. It seems slightly worse than usual today. We could just pill ants, but I think we will keep these around short term. Yeah, we might end up pilling a level 2 ant still, but that works for me there. give it a shot at least. Try it out for size. Very similar team. Interesting. I think the numbers kind of worked out for us here. Yeah, draw. That works for me because I did initially suspect a loss was on the breeze. Beautiful. Could just bring an ant in from the shop instead. Let's do that. Snail, eh? Well, unfortunately, we don't plan to lose ever with this round or with this team, so that's useless. Instead, let's keep this ant leveling. If we can get a level 3 ant by next round, it might be early bison, and then we can pivot into whatever we want in life. We don't even have to think too hard about it. If we get an ant this round, we might be able to pivot next. Beautiful. Now I do wish that we'd put it on this front end instead, but hey, that's totally okay. Kind of works out. Okay, I was worried that that peacock was gonna do a lot more damage than it did. Still not great, don't get me wrong. I mean, evidently, we draw instead of winning. Probably fairly indicative of the results there. Fairly self-explanatory, but not the end of the world. And oh my gosh, it is a bison. Fine. So, ant, you're sticking around. Bison, get out there. Fantastic. The early bison dream indeed. Exactly what you'd like to see. Unfortunately, this is one of the times we're not actively working towards like a level 3 zombie cricket or anything like that, because it would be lovely to have this kind of start for that, but maybe those two events are slightly mutually exclusive, unfortunately. Alternatively, could throw a worm in here, right? Do like ladybug, worm, swan as our backup while the bison just keeps buffing itself to oblivion? I keep using oblivion in that weird way where it's almost a positive. But like this? Throw you a bone? That seems kind of good, right? I know we don't really have too many excuses this time around. We're still at 10 health, and we got the round 5 bison with upside. What the heck is even that? Swan? The flock. The whole flock is here. Oh no. Could HP buff with the fish? Yeah, the tropical fish might have been the right play for sure. But sometimes I like getting a little fancy with it, even if it doesn't necessarily make sense, even if it's not the best plan moving forward. It is fun. Now, speaking of fun, do we want to pivot into trying to get a level 3 ram? Because we could. I know we just invested in this swan, but hear me out. We sell the swan. Bring in the sheep, who will hopefully just be a spectator, can sit on the sidelines, doesn't have to contribute too much overall. We just have to get it to level 2 with enough room to combine the rams. And life would be but a dream, you know? A thing of beauty, really. So I'm going to feed some meat to our ant so it is slightly more effective as the game goes on here. We do need to level up this bison, I think, if we want to get the sheep popping and get a ram to actually work out long term. Oh, that's wild. You also have a ram that doesn't quite fit into your squad. Huh. Interesting. You almost beat us too. I thought in those final moments that we were definitely on the losing side of that bargain, but beautiful stuff. Love to see it. We will need a pill eventually, but I think we're a ways off on that. Oh my gosh, some good food would be nice. I guess garlic is okay. Oh, bisons can actually show up naturally now, so bison, imagine. Thanks. I appreciate it, game. It's always nice when they listen in on your mic and give you exactly what you ask for at the appropriate moment. I mean, sure, some people say it's an invasion of privacy, but if it gets me stuff in a virtual video game that doesn't actually matter in life, that's kind of an even trade, right? Okay, I thought we actually fared worse there. Why did my brain... Oh, because I wasn't accounting for the meat damage. There we go. We got there eventually. So I do kind of want to buy the pair, but I think I'll roll first a little bit here to try and get bison sheep. Bison sheep. Any or all. Any combination of the two. Any combination of the two. Brilliant. Okay, thank you. Again, the game's out to help us out here. Out to give us a solid shoulder to cry on. A ledge to lean on, you know? But hopefully we can continue to stay ahead of the curve. The curve and the curb. Both are extremely relevant, of course. I almost don't want to sell this worm because it's kind of doing great, but we will need the extra space for when we do kill the sheep. So I guess maybe Ladybug can go? Also, should have probably fed pears to the worm if I'm keeping them around. Which, while not being a guarantee, does seem slightly prudent at least. In fact, let's just feed you this. And feed you a chili pepper now that you've just gained enough stats to be useful. Interesting. We'll see how it goes. Oh, we can... Wait a second. I just realized we can get rid of our ant if we get the level 3 ram. That'd be brilliant. Unfortunately, I think we lose to this team. At least it looks like that off first blush. Closer than I expected, but we do still lose. Beautiful. First loss. We have gone many draws, though, so that's not necessarily a rearing endorsement for the entire thing. Dang it, cow. You're slightly too early. Same with you. Both of you. Showing up just slightly earlier than I needed you to. Pill, we will keep. Please give me a chocolate or sheep. I'm asking you. Please. Oh, wait. We actually should have potentially kept both pills, now that I think about it. Because we want to pill the ant and pill the sheep. As soon as this sheep hits level 2. Honestly, this whole thing is a mess. Completely scuffed and I have no idea what I'm doing with life. There is a second pill. It does mean no chocolate, which is not great. But we could just get something else beautiful to show up, right? Right? Can't afford to pill and cow. Oh gosh, I actually don't know what I'm going to do here. We have 3 gold. We can just burn a hole in our pocket. Reroll to the extreme for no reason whatsoever. I was thinking originally, like, sell the ladybug, bring in cow, but then I lose my frozen sleeping pills, and don't I feel stupid? Getting rid of the ant now, we're not ready for it, so don't want to do that either. This brings us up to 5 gold. Oof. Big oofs. Bringing in a turtle doesn't seem bad, though. Melon armor for the bison. In general, we're just grappling. We're grasping at straws, hoping that there's an answer, a way out, some method to this madness. But we know the truth. There is no method, just madness. Of course, multiple turtles showing up as we roll through. Not great. Ladybug has got to go. I agree. That's on the agenda here. In fact, I probably have too much on the agenda. Turns out, we should have put melon armor on our bison. Whoops. But we knew this. We knew this to be true. We just refused to see it. You know what? Might have to unfreeze these pills and just hope we get them back later, because this isn't quite happening as intended. Keep one. Roll me once. Get a sheep. You son of a gun. Sell you. Have a couple of rolls, please. Just give me a sheep. Freak. Even a chocolate would have done it. But that's cool. That's fine. You do as you will, game. I won't judge you too much for it. Just a bit. Just a wee bit. But you know what? Frozen pill, you're just not doing it for us. More blood for the blood god. Worm's getting huge, and maybe we can recover. It's so funny, we were on such an upward trajectory, and then of course, as soon as we decide to commit to making the sheep work, forcing the sheep to work one way or another, doesn't go great. Deservedly so, of course. I don't think man was meant to have the power of a level 3 ram. Okay, we do want to level you up still. Freeze a pill. Just give me a sheep or chocolate in the second slot. That is all I ask of you. You're making me look like a fool, because obviously we should have sold the sheep to go for a leopard, but it's too late for that now. I'm in too deep. I've come too far. There's level 2 sheep. Just survive. Come on, we can do this. Oh man. We're gonna make it work. Force it till it fits. This isn't a bad squad. I mean, the fact that they weakened us is not great. Oh my gosh, especially with those summons. I hate that. Very much hate that. Yep, we're just dead. Very cool. So if you're ever wondering how to lose a round where you get a round 5 Bison popping out, something a little bit like this definitely does the trick. We're so close. So close. So much money just thrown into rerolls, hoping for a sheep to crop out of existence, or into existence rather. But hey, it's all worth it.